Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at some of NECA's new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Turtles in Time figures. I'm sure many of you are wondering how much of these releases are the same as previous releases. We've seen arcade-style turtles before. Are they the same thing? Are they worth buying? Do you need to buy them if you already have them? What's the deal? So we're going to run down the first batch of them. We have Leonardo and the Foot Soldier and Donatello. We're going to leave him in the package just so you can see what they look like, because it's the same as for Leo, so we don't have to separate them out. But that's the general gist of this video, so let's go ahead and get them off the stand and take a closer look. Since we've looked at these turtle figures, at least the molds, a bunch of times already, we're not going to go through everything. I don't want to waste your time. I just want to give you the information you need, so we're going to do some quick comparisons, some quick explanations, and move on from there. I do have the Foot Soldier one here because I want to point out something. This one right here is the old release. This is the one that came out in the multi-pack before. That is not the figure that is in the package. So if you're going only on these kind of images, don't. Go on this review, or if you have the ability to look at the actual package, pay attention to what's in the package if you care what the specifics are. Okay? Okay. Now moving on to the turtles, let's just talk about the turtles briefly. They all come with their standard accessories. Of course, Leonardo has his two swords, the two gripping hands. They all have that kind of thing. They all have the one alternate set of hands. That's all standard. The new accessory is the board, which is from Turtles in Time. They all have their own color-coded boards. And that's about it. They're on a ball peg so you can move them around. I think that's fine. That is perfectly fine. I don't know what else they could have done to make it more Turtles in Time specific other than include the hoverboards. Maybe weren't there pizza boxes or something like that for like health pickups? Something like that? I don't know. I don't know that it's necessary though, so I think this is fine. The boards are well done, nice and clean, so that's pretty cool. But what you need to know is if the turtles are the exact same. And at first glance, you're probably thinking, yes, they are. And you're almost right. As far as I can tell, other than one thing, they are the same thing other than production variants. Like you might get slightly different shades of paint. Something like that. Like I think the new one's blue is slightly different, but not, like you wouldn't be able to tell unless you had them side by side. And as you can see, even then it's pretty dang close. The only difference I can tell on the turtles, and maybe I'm missing something, but I don't think so, is the neck. On the new one, the neck has what is kind of like a pixelated V for the dark line. On the old one, it just had cartoon style shading there. That is the only difference I can find for the turtles. So that should be helpful to you. If you don't care about the accessories, the turtles are essentially the same. I do think this one looks nicer with the new V on it, and you do get the hoverboard, so if you're in for Turtles in Time, I'd say go ahead and grab it. It is a slightly different release, and you do get the hoverboard, so now you know what you're getting for the turtles. They all come with their weapons, they all come with the gripping hands and a second set of hands, and the hoverboard. Alright, now on to Mr. Foot Soldier. This is the Foot Soldier for the Turtles in Time line, and when I did the unboxing, I said, that looks different. But I couldn't quite place it. I couldn't be sure without having this in hand. Now, as you can see, as I mentioned a minute ago, the old one is vastly different than the new one. Same molds, don't get me wrong, it's the same molds, but the paint job is very different. The legs are almost the same. We have a little bit of a different design for the pixelation on the thighs. The lower legs is significantly different. There's no chunk of dark color right there. The boots are different as well. They're not really boots, but you can see we don't have that T shape in the slim line. We have much more gray on there. The skirt piece is a different design. It doesn't have all the different variation. It's a lot darker. Same thing for the abdominal section. Also, they painted the belt so that it looked a lot narrower, even though the sculpt is the same, which is surprisingly effective. So you have that difference. You have difference in the forearms. Those armor pieces are totally different. The biceps are different. The shoulders are different. The black part of the shirt is different down here. Probably the biggest, most noticeable difference is the big dark paneling up here as opposed to the smaller one over here. So that's very different. And then the eyes. These eyes are solid yellow, whereas the old eyes were black with the squares. And then it has the nose colored in and the ears. This one does not have that. So very, very different paint job on the Foot Soldiers. So if you're into that sort of thing, these are definitely a lot more unique than the Turtles. The Foot Soldiers are definitely different. They are gonna look different on the shelf significantly. Like you can see a drastic difference right there, as opposed to right here, if I can grab them. Those look mostly the same, so you can tell the difference. And now as far as the foot soldiers go, it does come with the 2 fist hands that come on them in the package. We have 2 gripping hands, and then we have the sword, the plunger gun, and of course we have the foot soldier specific hoverboard, which has the foot on it, and the peg is the same as the turtles. And so there you go, very nicely detailed thing. So that's gonna do it for the Turtles in Time releases so far. I suspect the rest of the turtles will come out the same way. I know Donatello is the same as Leonardo, and that should give you the information you need to decide if you want to add more of these almost the same figures to your collection. I'm guessing most turtle people will, because Turtles in Time was awesome. But this is good to let you know that if you do buy them, maybe keep the Turtles in Time ones in the package if you're into that sort of thing, because they're mostly the same and they're going to have that branding on them for the game as opposed to just the arcade look. So, you know, different options. But I'm personally a big fan of the new look for the foot soldier. I think that looks really cool. And again, the turtles, they're mostly the same, so now you know. So there it is, guys. Thanks for watching. Hopefully that was helpful. If it was, give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, you might want to. I have new videos out just about every single day. Thousands already on the channel, so make sure you come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.